It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. When Siggi Hilmarsson moved from Iceland to the US to go to business school, he faced a very familiar problem that many expats really face. He is missing that hometown cooking. In this case, he was missing that thick, wholesome yogurt that they get from Iceland. The yogurt that he missed was known as Skyr, okay? And the yogurts in America, he felt weren't as good because of two reasons. Number one, they were overly processed. And number two, they were loaded with yogurt. And here's a little interesting fact if you didn't know about Siggi's. His first batch that he was making was made in his Manhattan loft. Talk about very humble beginnings. And then Siggi's journey took an unexpected turn as he got into the crowded market. Whole Foods wanted to have Siggi's yogurt in all of its stores across the country. This was a dream come true, except it came with a problem. He didn't have the capacity in order to meet the demand. So his little New York facility couldn't meet it. Isn't that a great problem to have as a CEO on one hand? But can it drive you completely crazy on the other? So because of that reason, he decided, wait, let me pause production. Let me go ahead and find a facility so I can try to match this demand. He learned a very critical lesson from his setback, and it was planning for success. Now, I think that's a good place to be. But for him, what it did was he said, I can't let this catch me off guard because in many cases, you only get one opportunity. We've heard that before. You get one shot to make an impression, and if it doesn't come through, it could just turn the business upside down. So what did he do this time? He opened up another facility. Siggi decided for the yogurt to open up something in Wisconsin that would be a backup facility. And just as a result, Siggi, which the yogurt I use, by the way, has gone on to be one of the best brands out there and a juggernaut in the yogurt industry. What's my big takeaway for you as a CEO? It's really three parts. Number one, trust your gut. Number two, have a sales system that allows you to generate revenue. And number three, it's okay to slow down sometime to speed up. And then slowing down in that process, it allows us to understand that while education is important, while it's important to have analysis, while it's important to look at all the options, at the end of the day, building a successful business requires us solving a problem, generating new clients. That means getting paid so we can have profits and impact those that we were called to serve. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. As we start off every single morning, which I love to start off, and we start with our mantra. And our mantra is, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. Go ahead and repeat that after me right now if you can. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. Now, we also have a pledge that we do every single morning. And our pledge is learn, earn, and return. So every morning as a CEO, we've got a mission, right? It's to attract clients and have a profitable business. So we got to attract people to us, serve them, and then have a profitable business. We also got to look at three areas. Repeat after me. And this is our pledge. You don't have to put your hand over your heart, but I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from existing clients in order to get new and old clients to return. I must learn, earn, and what? Return. Now, every morning we have three objectives. And our number one objective is sales progress. So we get up every day and we show up every morning at 8 a.m. Thank you for being here, by the way. It's an honor and a privilege to serve you. But it's all about sales growth. So you show up, and while the sales may go up in many cases, there is progress. And this is a great question to ask yourself. Do we have movement or do we have progress? Then we also address any roadblocks. Sometimes it's like Siggi. I mean, some of these cases are like Siggi where you've got so much demand for what you have, you've got to stop production, you've got to slow down and build a foundation. In other cases, the roadblocks are, well, we've got to go out and find clients. And number three is to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to grow. Let me give you those 5 pillars just so you have them. Pillar number 1 is sales planning. We must have a plan to achieve our goal. I'm not talking about a revenue plan. Anybody can have a revenue plan. I'm talking about a step-by-step plan. If you don't have a plan, you're like, Shay, I need to build one. I need to get that done. We're at this part of the month, Shay, and I haven't done one. Do me a favor. You can go over to www.ceosalesplan.com. www.ceosalesplan.com. Follow the instructions. Get your one page CEO sales plan. Number 2, sales cycles. What is the cycle of the customer journey? Number 3 is sales positioning, the messaging we're using for sales. Number 4 is sales indicators. We'll talk about that today on the CEO dashboard. And number 5, is building a 7-figure sales team. Why is that important? Because if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And every morning I love to share for all my new folks who are tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you. So if you haven't already, do me a favor. Look right below the video. If you're watching this live or on one of the platforms in social media, you can do this. Put hashtag I'm here. Let me know you're in the building. Let me know that you showed up as a CEO, whether you're listening to us right now, whether you're getting ready right now, maybe you're doing your plan for the day, but you're tuned in because you can see me, but I can't see you. And if you're watching the replay, hey, we appreciate you even more. Thanks for giving us 15 minutes of your day. CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs come to understand how to sell more faster. Now, you're already going to sell, or you wouldn't be a CEO. You wouldn't be in business. So the question is, how do we sell more faster? And why do we get together? Well, we have 3 big whys: sales growth, accountability, and consistency. Our number one job as a CEO is to go out there and get in front of people who have a problem. I mean, that's our number one mission. I don't know what else we have to do as a CEO, but talk to folks, communities, collaborations, and say, look, there's a problem on the planet, and I'm here to solve it. But number two behind that is to always be working as hard as we can to have the sales systems in place, the sales structure in place, and the sales funnels in place so we can get in front of people who have a problem. So we only ask for 15 minutes a day, 1,440 minutes in every day. We ask for 15 minutes a day. And our number one outcome, is to generate $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable income. So you step back as a CEO, you look at your business and you look at your sales organization. I'm going to ask you to look at the business right now, just the sales organization, which is the only department in the whole company that generates revenue. And yes, I understand people got to support it. I'm not saying they're not important. I understand people got to service it. I'm not saying that's important. We need all the creative ideas. I understand that. But let's be clear, there's only one department that brings in revenue, and that is sales. Because without sales, there's no other way to generate revenue. And I stress that to the important because as a CEO, I know you're here. I know you get it. I know that's why you showed up. And you're like, I get it, Shay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm there. Thanks a lot. And so to make sure we're driving the most important indicators, we're going to move to a segment called the CEO Sales Dashboard. Now, the CEO Sales Dashboard is really important because inside the CEO Sales Dashboard, there's only 5 indicators. Think about that. At the 8-minute and 23-second mark, as a CEO for the sales organization, we're going to put up on the whiteboard 5 indicators. Now, if you haven't downloaded the CEO Sales Dashboard, you can go over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com. You can download it right now. Once you download it, you have a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is going to look just like this. It has 5 indicators on it. Isn't that kind of cool, by the way? And it has subcategories. So now every single day, some of you have already filled it out. Cool. We're at the 8-minute and 56-second mark. Fantastic. Some of you open it up and you're seeing it for the first time. And if you're seeing it for the first time, like, Shay, I'm just opening it up. I'm going to suggest you get your virtual assistant, your assistant, your admin, your business operations person. This should be, in my opinion, the number one priority that gets done every day. I mean, even before I send an email off, I'm looking at this. And we're going to go across the top. You're going to plug in how many leads came in yesterday, how many appointments were set, how many appointments were run. Today, we're going to focus on one area because every day we only focus on one area. And today, we're going to focus on one of the critical areas. And one of the critical areas that we focus on today is repeat business. Now, all the categories are important. If you don't have the CEO Sales Dashboard, you can go over to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Once you get there, you can Follow the instructions. There's no cost. There's no credit card. There's no Cash App. No Zelle needed. Download it. Once you've downloaded, okay, then you can go ahead and fill it in. Today, every morning we go deep in one area. We're at the 10-minute mark, so let's go deep and repeat business. And also repeat business is important, obviously, because, well, the most important expense we have as a company, and yours may be the same as well, I'm 100% sure, is acquiring new business. It's always tough to get new customers. It just is. However, we can indicate going back to existing clients in order to get more revenue. It doesn't grow the business. You only grow the business by acquiring new customers. You grow the revenue by going back to existing customers. So let's say we go back to our existing base and they buy a new product. So look at the sales, the deals that were done yesterday, and you might have new product. So if I'm here, I'm an Apple user. I believe God is a woman, and I believe she has an iPhone and a MacBook. And so I order a new MacBook Pro M3 Max, and I need that, right? So I get that. That's a new product from an existing client. But then some of you have what's called an existing product. An existing product means they've done an add-on. So maybe it was an extension. Maybe you helped them write a book, and now they're back to you and say, well, I need to have a website added on. Maybe if I bought an iPhone, I now need to have a new iPhone case or a new iPhone cord. And then the third category you can track and measure if this is applicable to you, because some of your industries is not, but some of you, this is really going to hit home. Like, you're going to really resonate with this. You're going to be like, yeah, Shay, that's exactly what I need. And that is a membership-driven organization. So how many new customers were added, or how many folks have rolled over to the next month? And this is important. I'm not going to get into it now, but I want to make sure that you have that there. And so now you have the CEO sales dashboard. Every day, again, as we say, we go deep in one area. I can't wait till we talk about this again. It's one of my favorite things to do, but we're going to move on. We're at the 12-minute, 11-second mark. I'm doing well today. And we're going to talk about celebrate wins. And the reason I like to step back and celebrate wins and look at what's really, really working, because we don't acknowledge that ourselves enough. And I haven't read anywhere yet in all my training, all my videos, all my YouTubes, all my podcasts, I haven't heard or read anywhere yet in personal development that when you beat yourself up, you do a better job. So I'm going to encourage you right now to ask yourself 3 questions. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what your focus are. So the 3 questions we're going to ask ourselves is, number 1, what are you most proud of? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment? Number 3, what do you really want to brag about? And this is just from a sales organization. We're just talking about the sales organization itself. And then we're going to address any hurdles that are out there. We know that life ain't no crystal scare. It's not perfect. So what was the biggest challenge or roadblock that you were facing yesterday? Or you can go back to the last 30 days. What's preventing you today from moving forward? Like today in this moment. And this is the one thing you can do that if you did it, it would move the business forward. And make a decision today that we're going to hit the roadblocks head on. We're going to tackle them. We're going to take a little step and a little bit of step and a little bit of step. I know you've heard it before and it's overused, but it's so important. How do you eat an elephant? And the obvious answer is one bite at a time. So we're not asking you to be a superstar and get everything done at one time. What I'm asking you to do is take the first step. My message of the day, we're doing really good. The 13-minute and 48-second mark is take the first step. Take the first step. The universe rewards people who take action differently than those that don't. Step back and see where in my business do I need to take action inside the sales organization so that I can move it forward. Now, I'm going to trust my intuition, but I'm also going to make sure I'm looking at the sales systems that I'm putting in place. You do that, and you will see your sales skyrocket. I want to thank you for allowing me to be your host at the CEO Sales Huddle. You're amazing as a CEO. You're a game changer as a CEO. You're doing an incredible job as a CEO. And as you're watching right now, and I believe for you, your best is still yet to come. They haven't seen your better days. It's still yet to come. I'll see you at the next CEO Sales Huddle. My name remains the same. It hasn't changed. Che Brown. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless, and I wish you success. Peace.